Hello Slapafish community, welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be playing the Tier 8 American Light Tank, the T41E1, also known as the 10-shot Bulldog. Now, the 10-shot Bulldog was in the game as the tech tree version of the Bulldog, and that Bulldog was at Tier 7. This was before the Tier 9 and Tier 10 light tanks in the game. And after years and years of this tank never being in the game, I mean, there was a form of this tank in the War Stores, but War Stores was removed in 2020, and the 10-shot Bulldog was removed around 2017, 2018, if I remember correctly. So, after War Stores was removed, it took about 2 to 3 years for the 10-shot Bulldog to finally come back into the game, and we get it as a Tier 8 premium tank when it was a Tier 7 tank light tank. So yeah, and yeah, I'm talking about the Tier 7 light tank tech tree. They got moved up to Tier 8, which is now the Tier 8 Bulldog, which removed its 10-shot autoloader, which makes no sense. Also, a lot of light tanks before the Tier 9s and Tier 10 light tanks came in the game had autoloaders. And it's when they came in the game, the Tier 9 and Tier 10 light tanks came in the game, most light tanks lost their autoloaders. Now, this was one of the most famous one that was removed and most wanted one. And I said if the 10-shot Bulldog ever came back into the game, I was going to buy it. And it came back in the game, and I bought it. So here we are with my 10-shot Bulldog. Also, this was a year ago, almost a year ago. This was last December as this replay. And right now, I'm just playing on Highway. Right? This is Highway. Yeah, this is Highway. Okay. Sometimes I forget the name of the... I think it's Highway and Live Oaks. I always confuse. I don't know why, but I always confuse those two. Anyway, I'm out here in the middle doing some pretty nice firepower of the 10-shot Bulldog. I don't know why that heavy tank rushed out in the middle under the bridge. If you're going to rush out here in a heavy tank or a medium tank, you need to go on E7 because that's a really good spot. That would really put the struggle hold on me on any light tank on the enemy team and anything that wants to cross, and it just gets shot to pieces, and anybody that likes to sit on the ridgeline of 7 and 8. Now, I'm actually doing a little bit of passive scouting, quite aggressive passive scouting. I don't really passive scout here. It's really hard to, because you really don't need anybody sitting like over here on the 1 and 2 line, especially the EF1-2. Or somebody that can easily just rush down like this Mantis does. Didn't spot him, but hey, we're gonna go show him the Mantis of a 10-shot Bulldog. And we're definitely gonna take some shots when this Mantis is gonna hurt. But I think, no, actually we only took 1 shot. We have 10 shots, so we can easily, if we miss them, we can easily just kill the Mantis anyway, because we have 10 shots. 10 shots goes a long way. So yeah, right now, also, it is a 10v10. And I'm just doing a little bit of passive, doing some spotting over here on the right side. Just whenever I get to put my 10 shots into use, I do. It's basically how you play the 10-shot Bulldog. If you can surround somebody or put those shots in without sacrificing any of your hit points with your light tanks, then do it. But in the meantime, you just really need to spot. Always be spotting your light tanks because you are the eyes of your team. If you're not spotting, then the enemy team, then your friendly team can't see anything. Now, I'm watching this turtle. The turtle can actually one-shot me. But if I could surprise the turtle, I can actually put enough shots into him before he actually realizes and turn his gun around, and I can actually dodge his gun too. Because he only gets 1 shot every, I think it's 15, 16 seconds, and I get 10 shots every 24 seconds. So yeah, I'm still targeted. I'm trying to run away and get untargeted. Artillery actually is aiming at me. I'm guessing I'm the only. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the only target for artillery to aim at because nobody else should be spotted on my team. And I'm also running out of standard ammunition. I only have 11 shots left, which is 1 clip and 1 extra shell. The T41E1 mill goes down by the artillery. It probably was actually aiming at the T41E1 mill when it was spotted. It went undetected, and it fired because the T41E1 mill never moved. And I managed to knock out the ISU 152K. Now, I'm loading my heat rounds because I want a full clip of ammunition. Now I'm sitting out over here in the middle, really nice spot. This is kind of long match because both teams are kind of just sniping, and we're just kind of picking off anybody that gets out spotted or anybody that wants to push up. Especially on our team, because there are no light tanks on the enemy team. That something spots me, and it's that Conway, or I think it's Conway. No, it's a Sturmspawn Waffenträger. It's the one that actually spots me while I go firing, and I almost miss that killing shot, but the Panzerjäger actually manages to take out the Sturmspawn. And there's the Tiger. That's the Tiger 2. Isn't it Tiger 2 or Tiger 1? I don't know. I didn't get to see it good enough to see what it is. Either way, it's the Tiger that did not realize that pushing out in the open, especially when there's a 10-shot Bulldog out here in the middle, spotting you up and able to clip you out. And it's a Tiger 1. Oh, it's a derp gun Tiger 1, and he's not going to be able to spot me. Goodbye, Tiger 1. Sorry about that. Am I going to go under a reload? Also, the 10-shot Bulldog, it's kind of hard to know when to go under a reload because you have 10 shots. It's not like a 4-shot autoloader where you can fire 2 and, like, you know what, I'll just reload because, yeah, I like to have the 4. But the 10 shots, you can fire like 4 rounds of ammunition and still have 6 rounds. So you're like, oh, do I want to really go down for 24 seconds and not have my shots? Oh, it's 25.6. Or do I really want to go down for 25.6 seconds and get all 10 of my shots back? I mean, if you're ever on a downtime like I am right now or moving positions, that's a really good time to put your reload in. Now, there's 4 tanks left. We have 9, and the 4 tanks are pretty much all in this 1 and 2 line. There's one over there in the D1. And I'm knocking this bush over, tree. See if I can come up and spot somebody. There's a tank destroyer. It's an SU. It shouldn't get spotted because there's a bush between me and the SU. There's another TD. That's a Sturmpanzer. Bounce a Sturmpanzer. And there's the engine of the Sturmpanzer. And bounce another one. Bounce another one. Now, I also get shot by the SU-130 PM, which actually really did hurt. The artillery is up. Now, I think most of the enemy team is up now. And now I'm just putting... Now, this is why I like the 10-shot autoloader. Because when you get in a position like this, where you can just put all 10 shots out, it just feels really nice. You just have round after round after round you can just fire. It has a better inner clip reload than most tanks have rate of fires. So there's only 2 tanks left. I'm reloading AP because all my shell types do not have enough ammunition for a full clip. So I just load AP for cheaper, and I don't need heat rounds or high explosive. And goodbye, Sturmpanzer. Managed to do 5,911 damage and 2,689 assisted damage, and got a Top Gun in my 10-shot Bulldog. I really do love the 10-shot Bulldog. It is one of my favorite Bulldogs. It's tied with, I don't know which one's better, this one or the Brazilian. But anyway, that's it for this video. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, remember Slapafish because we're watching that. And peace out. See ya.